In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to make a sword like this, or this. The first one is not as strong because it's made with one sheet of copper. You can get it off of a copper heatsink like this. Found it in an old computer I took apart. I know it's kind of annoying how sometimes in tutorials they say, oh, well, I took apart something and I found the parts for this, and you don't have one of those to take apart. But you can also go to a hardware store or whatever and get a sheet of copper. Plus, if you get a bigger sheet of copper, you can make a large-scale sword. But the first sword I'll show you how to make is this one, which is the one-sheet one. And then this one, whoops, I forgot to draw the second part on the sword too, but I'll draw that while I'm showing you how to make this sword number one. Sword number one will look a bit like this when it's cut out from the copper. Here, I think I should let you get that a bit closer. So first what you do is, well, this is pretty much the only step, unless you want to fold these together so that they aren't so sharp, because cut copper is very sharp, so don't poke your finger on it or something. But you might want to bend these a little bit with pliers. Pliers should be the tool of choice with this project. So you'll bend those in. But that's just an optional step. A very important step is to make the handle, of course. That's what this thing's for. You can wrap it around a pencil or something, and again, use pliers for this. Or you can just wrap it around a whole bunch of times and then flatten it with the pliers and then flatten it in the other direction. And eventually you'll get something that looks kind of like a little handle. And it won't come apart like this because this is paper, not copper. So let's go to sword number two. So this is what it'll look like right here. You might be able to get this off of the same sheet, but right here is the main piece. I accidentally drew a line right there, but you do it basically like sword number one, except with these little tabs on the sides. Those will hold this on. I'm making a video. Those will hold this on. So you basically do it the same way as sword one, and don't do anything with these tabs yet, but make sure that you have them. You need them. Well, what you could do is cut out the sword on a bigger thing, and then just cut out the tabs once you need them. Or you could just bend down the metal and cut off, I don't really know. But you do this exact same thing that I'm doing with paper and copper, and it should work out, because it did for me. So then you cut out your second piece, which isn't as fast as this paper, because of course it's metal. It's going to take a bit longer to do. Well, what I used was Cutco scissors. They are very, very strong. They can cut a penny into a corkscrew. Pretty interesting. Ooh, this piece is a bit too short, but I'm sure that I can still show you how to make it. So then, once you put that other layer on, you bend all the tabs in on top of the other layer. Oh, and don't make the handle yet, because you can do that over, well, you might not want to, because you can do that over your extra blade, and then that'll give it extra strength. So that's how it looks. This is what it looks like in copper. You can see the tabs. And I put my handle over my sword. I just kind of squished it in a couple directions, and then it worked out for me. This is what the bottom of the thing looks like. Hold it still. It's not very pretty, but it works, and it looks pretty good from the outside. But not in there, because it's all squished up. So that's how to make sword one and sword two. So another touch you can add to sword number 1, it's a lot easier on sword number 1 than on number 2, is to give it a little beveling, I'm pretty sure it's called. You can just get 2 pairs of pliers and bend it like that, or you can just get 1 pair of pliers and bend it all the way along the sword, and then do the same thing with the other one. You're back.
Hi.
So
Happy
that's,
Easter.
Yeah, it's around Easter time. It might not be when you're watching this video, but happy Easter anyway. So,
Merry Christmas.
I beveled this one, but it's harder to do on this one.
Happy birthday.
I don't really know how you'd sharpen these. They're pretty sharp on their own. So, yeah, don't hurt
You might
yourself.
use a knife sharpener or possibly a sander.
You could. Yeah, belt sander. I don't know. Well, have fun building this project.
Well,
and
wait,
you might want to
I have something to say.
You might want to watch the video a couple times just to make sure you get it right.
Yeah, and
to give me extra views. Yay!
Yeah, but if you're not familiar with how to use copper when it's cut, it can be very sharp.
So make sure you're familiar with how to cut
Make
copper.
sure you're using some safe copper plating. Like we use this stuff, as you probably know.
Yeah.
If you get some sheets, then I know that they can be very, very sharp. So just be careful.
Invisibility cloak.
Whoa.
Pretty interesting. So, I hope you liked my video, and subscribe if you want more videos like this. And
Yeah, otherwise you won't make them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta subscribe.
And I don't post annoying videos
Wait,
or anything,
I have an
so
idea.
it's all good
I have
if
an
you
idea.
subscribe. What's your idea? Uh-oh.
I just killed my brother for you. Now you gotta subscribe, because otherwise his blood is on your hands. Now you just need to subscribe, and I would like the video too. And you also need to comment. All right? I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.